Hey guys, Sunday Night Live. That is tonight. Kat says like number two. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate that. Hey Sissy. Sissy, how are you? Sissy says, hello, beautiful sister. How's your day been, Sissy? Um, Let me fill you guys in on what's going to be happening tomorrow. Obviously, we have Miss Blipper coming up and all things, of course, miracles. Monday Miracles with Miss Blipper is what I'm calling it. Then tomorrow evening, 5:25 ish for some of you. It's nighttime for me because I'm getting ready for bed. Um, Nady Lozada, friend of mine for about 25, 26 years. This is a little bit of her bio. She's a transformational strategist, spiritual integration coach, and founder of Soulful Sojourners, a company devoted to guiding women in creating lives of deep purpose, authenticity, and spiritual alignment. With a master's degree in transpersonal psychology, decades of experience in transformational work, and certifications in coaching, spiritual integration. Why is it hard for me? And other integrative modalities. Nidhi brings a rare blend of psychological rigor, sacred wisdom, and strategic clarity to her work. She is coming up tomorrow, and we're going to catch up, her and I. Want to see how her. We met on the Deepak Chopra forums, 1999, 2000, somewhere around there. Hey, Tiger King. Um, but mostly, I want her to share all of the stuff that she likes to share. For women, guys, this is especially for you. This is especially for women who want to align themselves with their own authenticity. This is also for the men in your life. Every man in every woman's life should be supporting her journey for her authenticity. And there's a reason for that. Because sadly, women have not always been given the opportunity to be their authentic selves. They have so many roles they have to fit that you can lose track of it. All of those roles can be important. However, no one is ever their roles. They are the one who is applying those roles in their life. Let's see. Where are we? Hey, old dog. How are you, my friend? Sissy says dragon. One of those days was still choosing joy. Still choosing joys. Kat says love it. I thought you would. I also thought Sissy's really gonna love it too. Lumen says, Eric, how you feeling that Big Al like Kat too? Don't know about what you have to say on this. Uh, Kat says, Tiger King, mind your own business. I am very assured in almost every aspect of my life. Kat says it's all in fun. Hey, Sniper. There you go. L Dog says, Yogi don't have competition. Hey, Adam. I was talking about you a bit, Adam, with someone, and I was telling that someone how much I loved having you come up and talk with me. Let's see. Don't do drugs, kids, and wear your seatbelt. That's good advice. So we all sort of want to stay in our lane, you know? Um, Cat has a point, Tiger King. Sniper has a point. Says Blue Moon Tiger King, Cat is in the chat. You think that's appropriate talking about Cat and not to Cat? Adam says, thank you, Yogi. Thank you, Adam. Cat says, you never say hi to me, but you talk about me. Brood. Dog says he likes to create tension. Hey, Bisay. All right, but we got that. Hey, Daniel, I'm going to mod you up, my friend. I apologize that I haven't. You come in so often. You're always friendly. I enjoy your channel. It just, I don't know why that kept slipping away. Dog says, I thought I unblocked Sniper. Are you missing him? Let's see. Ma says, hi. Hello, my friend. Sissy says, literally and intentionally finding these boundaries across every day is becoming absolutely redundant. It is. We have new policies set in place. I dislike having to enforce them. However, I don't put policies in place that I will not enforce. Meaning, when it comes to it, I will. I will do it with regret. I will do it with great, great sadness. However, I will do it because I love you guys. I love Tiger King. But an issue is an issue. And I don't know how many times I can repeat things. As Sissy said, it's redundant. Of course, I didn't have to say redundant when I just said repeat things. However, here's where we are. Stepper says we can drop it and move on. Absolutely. Here we go. That's what we're doing. Dog says I can't see him. You might want to double check the unblocking. Hey, William Downey, how are you, my friend? What's up? I bet you're looking forward to fall, cooler weather. Our friend William is in Bill Downey. He is in Arizona, and it gets hot. Hey, Bill, how's your training going? How's your training going? How's your guitar playing going? And how is your job going? Stepper says, greetings to William. Guys, are you subscribed to our friend Bill? He's a great guy. Bill says, I always come at the wrong time. No, we're doing fine, Bill. We're doing fine. As Squirrel said, we're dropping it all. We're moving forward. Bill, I haven't seen you live stream. Am I just missing you? Yep, Sniper says just ironing out the crinkles, William. So we can talk about the changes that I am making here. I'm not making them. I'm easing over in that direction. Tommy says, what the shrimp? How did they get here? It's a good question. Osmosis? Is that the right word I'm looking for? Jonathan said hi. Hey, Jonathan. Sniper says, greetings, Jonathan and Tommy. William says, job is great. I've had some health scares the last month. Haven't gone live the last month or so. Sorry to hear about the health scares. Is everything clear? Ready to go? Tommy comes in with an excellent point. Adam says, when he was younger, I used to be hit on by a lot of gay men, and it was irritating. Huh. I still get hit on by gay men. And it happened when I was younger, too. And I always thought, they have uncommonly good taste. Can't blame them, you know? Adam saying hi to everyone. Darren, hey, Darren, welcome back, my friend. Darren says, hi, Yogi, good evening. Cat has said, message retracted. Tommy says, can you lead me to the door? A test? The door test. Same way you came in, my friend. William says, "We'll go live again sometime in the future." Hey, Bill, are you still playing? You still playing your guitar? Gotta send in love to Adam. Cat's laughing. Adam says, "You're so sweet, Cat." Tommy says, "I don't have to open the door." You are a talented man, my friend. Blue Moon says, "Have banner with." Hey, we are moving past it. We've had our one grievance for the night. No more. Bill says, "Yes, still playing." Awesome. Hey, legendary princess, my friend. Adam says, "Are there 3 doors to test?" No, that's too many doors for me. Stepper says, "We moved on." Yep. No, hey, Blue Moon Tiger King. It's okay. It's okay. Apology accepted, and we're moving on. On to the next subject. The big subject for me, again, is my friend coming up tomorrow evening to talk with us. It's been a long time since we had an actual conversation, her and I. You know, we send messages back and forth, and we have for 25 years. Sissy says, "All is well." Zephyr says, "Moving on." Adam says, "I could have thought that there was some 3 doors or something, or other 3 steps to heaven, or 5 steps to divinity, or, well, there's 7 spiritual laws of success, according to Deepak Chopra. There's 4 agreements, according to Don Miguel Ruiz. There is 10 characteristics of God's teachers, according to A Course in Miracles." Of course, I immediately thought of Leonard Skinner. Give me 3 steps. Hey, Bill, what are your views on Leonard Skinner? Are you a fan? What about you, Percolated Fish? What do you think about Leonard Skinner? Sissy, I'm guessing you're a Leonard Skinner fan because you like Southern rock. Some people would consider Leonard Skinner to be the kings of Southern rock. Not me. For me, Southern rock begins and ends with the Allman Brothers. Perhaps the greatest double live album ever made, live at the Fillmore East. The version of that live version of Whipping Post. Man. Percolated Fish says, "I'm very curious about therapy techniques." Well, my friend is going to have a bunch to say about that tomorrow evening. Make sure you bring your questions. It's Seb or Super Artists on there, really nice people. They are. You're right about that. You're right about that, Blue Moon Tiger King. Seb says, "Tommy, you're welcome here, but you cannot help yourself. Maybe a channel with fluffy kittens will be preferable." Well, now I want to close my live stream and go watch Fluffy Kittens. Sissy says, "Love that band, Southern Rock." So, if you were to nominate King of, not that it has to be your one above the other, but the Kings of Southern Rock. Hey, Reggie. Reggie says, "Done like host." Appreciate it, my friend. And I don't know what any of that means. However, thanks for being here. It's much appreciated. Adam says, "I prefer the Allman Brothers, me too, but I think Freebird is a universal anthem of freedom." Yep. I just automatically, when I say Freebird, I want to hold my imaginary lighter up in the air and sway back and forth. Freebird versus Stairway to Heaven. Rock and roll anthem. Which one? This is Zafin. Hey, Carl. Carl, how are you? Let me bring up Carl's channel. Oh, I actually already have Carl's channel up from earlier in the live stream. Carl is at 46. Do we have 4 people here who might not be subscribed to Carl? Hey, Reggie. Are you subscribed to our friend Carl? Right down below you. Kat says hi to Carl. Blue Moon says, Kat, are you okay? What you been up to then? Thank you for reaching out, Blue Moon. Freddie says, what's up, buddy? Make me a moderator? Well, you got to hang out for a little bit. How's that sound? Hang out, be friendly. And as I mentioned, I don't know why people don't believe me when I say this. There are certain rites of passages that you have to endure, literally endure, not get through. You'll be lucky if you get through them. You must endure the trial of fire, the ninja star throwing competition. How are you at dodging? You good at dodging stuff? The obstacle course? You know, let's not forget the Tree of Woe. Are you guys familiar with the Tree of Woe? You have to be able to quote at least one line from the original Conan movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hey, Abigail. I don't think I saw Lee at all today, did we? Hope he's okay. Zipper says, Freddie, come back with some more, and we can see if your mod status. Freddie says, I'll hang out for half an hour, my buddy, for a while. I appreciate that. So, Freddie, most of the people who are modded up, Freddie, I'm already subscribed to you. So you've been here before. Adam says, I vote for Freebird. Oddly, enough bands like Led Zeppelin and Leonard Skinner, the songs they play on the radio are by far my favorite. Hey, you know what? There's certain bands, certain albums, where every song that's played, almost every song is played on classic rock stations. Zeppelin 4. Any track will be played. You'll hear any song from Zeppelin 4 on any classic rock station. You can't say that about a whole lot of albums. There's Fleetwood Mac's Rumors. Love Fleetwood Mac. Sexy Bearden, says Daniel. Well, that's nice to hear. Sissy's going to be right back. Hey, Abigail, are you subscribed to our friend Carl? Alex said, a good tiger, bro. What everyone favorite car? It's funny. We were talking about favorite cars earlier. I was. Don't laugh at me. Subaru Outbacks. Freeman says, glad you're okay, L Dog. Hey, Heart Matters. My Heart Matters says hi. Hello, my friend. Hey, Keith. Appreciate you guys being here. Here's the goal for me tonight, guys. 1 hour, and then I'm going to get some sleep. I got a big week of live streaming that I'm really excited about. And I don't even know if that's all the people who might be coming up. For anyone who has any questions about ultra running, have you ever wanted to be like to run 100 miles in a pair of sandals on a plant-based diet? I got just a man for you to talk to. L-Dog says he has slightly more hair than Muffin Man. I'm not entirely convinced that that's all of his hair, L-Dog. I think that Muffin Man has been having some follically performance enhancing supplements. Keith, how you doing, my friend? Freddie says, "Well, I'll be here for a while. I promise that, my friend." Hey, Boom. Do you have any affiliation with Muffin Man? No, but I do know the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man? Sometimes I really do crack myself up. Keith says, "I got a verbal medicine patterns. I got a lot of verbal medicine patterns." Hey, do they come to you spontaneously or do you work on them, Keith? Freeman says, "Wish you say people on here sub to me. Much to do, Carl." Yep, we talked about that. I explained it. Phoenix says, "Much appreciation." Stepper says, "Someone please read Heart Matters for me." Who's feeling brave? No flat earthers apply. Heart Matters. Our friend Squirrel Sniper said hi. Hey, Dolly. Dolly says, "Much appreciated. Much appreciation. Much appreciation for you, my friend." Sniper said hi to Dolly. Do we consider mushrooms to be a plant diet wise? Yes. I mean, technically, they're what, fungi? Is a fungi a plant or not? That's a good question. But the qualifications for, if you're having an ethical plant based diet, it is something that never had a mother or ever had a face. You can make distinctions. Um, generally speaking, when I say I'm a vegan because I'm a vegan for ethical reasons. I think plant-based diet is the way to go for the health of the planet, for the health of ourselves. But a plant-based diet doesn't mean not everyone not eating meat. It means that the vast majority of your calories come from plants, and then if you want to eat meat, if you want to eat fish, whatever, you have that as well. Keith says there's a pattern. I just adjust them for the need. Got you. How did you come by this, Keith? Hey, Keith, you mind if I ask how old you are? And I can tell you why I'm asking if you're interested. Eldog says fungi is a separate thing, its own kingdom. Thank you, Eldog. Hey, Nino. Nino, how are you? All right, Nino. What TV show you got for me tonight? What do you got? So the reason I was asking about how old you are, Keith, I was wondering if you wanted to come up and share a bit of your story sometime and what you're doing and why you're doing it. Blue Moon says, "Hi, Kat. Do you want to start again with me?" And he means that in a very sincere way, meaning it not trying to cause any trouble, just a fresh start. I'm all about fresh starts. Keith said 44. So let me know if you'd ever want. Uh, Jules says, "Yo, bro, did you do your daily muscle pumping after the spiritual meditation? Stay hard." As a matter of fact, I did. Thank you, my friend. Today was an easy day, though. I just did my burpees. Um, Tomorrow it's back to the kettlebells. Adam says, "I've heard that mushrooms have no health benefits unless they're cooked." Of course, that could apply. That would not apply to uh, psychophilicin. Always have a hard time pronouncing that. Now, you guys ever heard of Joel Furman? Joel Furman is a plant-based nutritionist. He's a doctor. Hey, Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake sent a gift. Thank you so much, my friend. We got 100 tools, 100 joules, and 10 floating joules. Thank you. Much appreciated. Phoenix says, hit the like, share, connect, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Hello, my friend. Iota. Am I pronouncing that right? Carl said, thanks for listening earlier. You're welcome, Carl. Absolutely, my friend. Let me put it out again one more time, and I'm going to add something too. Um, our friend Carl it's a brand new channel. So if you think you're subscribed, double check to make sure so that you get him on this channel. And as I'm mentioning subscribers, guys, if you could subscribe to our friend Tiger King. Hey, Rich. It has been a long time. How have you been? Blue Moon Tiger King says, coffee okay? Keith said, I've seen his PBS program. Yeah, he's good. He's really good. Anyway, his list of foods to have every day, his daily, I forget the number that he has, um, is mushrooms. I should look that up. Iota says, yes and hello. I'm glad I got that right. It is not often, Iota, it's not often I get something right on the very first try. I'm glad I got this one right. Kat says, hey, were you all sub to my baby Iota also? I did yesterday. Kat says, say honey. Iota said hi to Kat. Kat is sending some love. Tiger King says, Kat, did you see my last message to you? Absolutely, Kat. Iota has deep connections here, guys. Abigail says, love you, coffee. Coffee cake, how are you, my friend? It's so nice to see you. Keith says, I use the ideal diet muscle testing protocol. So that's basically with the kinesiology testing. And if it passed the test, you'll eat it. Hey, Jonathan. So, Rich, what else is new with you? Glad to hear about you got your job. Abigail says, love you, Cat. You're welcome, Cat. Jonathan says, what's your stream about? Today we're just catching up with people, sort of all over the place. We were talking music. We were talking specifically Southern rock, not exclusively though. We're talking diet, talking about channels. I've been talking about the direction my channel's going to make. So we're open for anything. What do you guys want to talk about? Throw it out there and I will talk about it. If I know about it, I will talk at length about it. If I don't know about it, I will make something up and talk at length about it too. Blue Moon, because how old people on here? I am by far the oldest. Carl says, I'm a stranger. I don't think so anymore, Carl. I've known you for a bit. And um, you know, we're working really hard to get you up to 50 subs and above and make it stick this time. So I don't think you're a stranger anymore. I think that you are part of our family, my friend. And you're at 48, so there's only two more to go. But I'd like to get more than 50. Hey, Magiza. Magiza, how are you, my friend? Rich says, getting people from the US to chat to daily. What internet service provider do you use? I use Verizon. Cat says 38, I mean. What did I miss? Adam says, already sub to you, Tiger King? I thought I was already. Oh, sub to you. Awesome. It does pay. It does pay to keep mentioning. Jonathan says that's actually so interesting. Well, thanks, Jonathan. Hey, Dino. Sometimes we even sing. What's your opinion of the keto diet? I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not saying that people don't get results from it. I'm not sure what the long term effects would be. Hey, Adam, what do you think of keto? Um, I know people who do enjoy it very much and they do get effects. Our friend Sniper is on a carnivorous diet, which is very similar, if not the same as keto. What about you, Jonathan? Sniper says, Jonathan heard of unconditional love. That sums it up pretty nicely for us. Abigail's kids, can we talk about health? Yes, Abigail. Absolutely. Hey, Adam, Sniper, any of you guys, who L Dog might know as well. The founder of modern medicine. Why can't I pronounce his name or remember his name? Let food be thy medicine. Good health starts with diet. Good health ends with diet. Jonathan says, I have heard about unconditional love. So that's what we practice here to the extent that we're able to, moment by moment. Hey, Stitch. Meaning sometimes we're better at it than others. Some live streams, I'm better at it than others. Some days I'm better at it than others. Cat says, hey to Stitchy. Stitch, how are you? Blue Moon Tiger King says, Super Artist, your top guy. He sure is. What's up, Super Art Champ? Abigail says, can we talk about eating healthy? Yes. We're going to have different views on it, though. My way of eating healthy is going to be vastly different than Sniper, who was on that carnivore diet. There's also, if you follow Ayurvedic principles, which is the sister science to yoga, there is eating according to 3 different types of doshas. Dosha is your biochemical, emotional, and spiritual makeup. Everyone is different. Oh, Kat says she was saying thank you to those who sub to IOTA. I just took a moment to appreciate myself for saying that right again. That was me, sitting here silently gloating to myself. I'm not proud of it. I'm also not ashamed of it, though. So, Abigail, what do you consider a healthy diet? I have heard of Xfinity. Isn't Xfinity related to Verizon? Richard says hi to Tiger King. Richard, how are you? Guys, Richard came up and sang a song last night, and he was absolutely awesome. Carl says, I'm a carnivore. Is that 100% strict, Carl? Like no fruit at all, no vegetables at all? I follow a hunter-gatherer's diet. If the hunter-gatherer was a really, really bad hunter and couldn't catch anything, that would be my diet. My diet would be the caveman who went out in the wild with his spear and sort of got really lazy and was like, it's going to sit on this rock and eat a potato. That's me. Hey, Cora Bird. Cora Bird is my favorite bird channel by far. I told us I almost messed up. I was so happy with myself. I got cocky. It says, yes, Yogi, good job. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to let that go to my head. Richard says, I'm good. Thanks, Yogi. And you? I'm good, Richard. Super Champ says, what is the true meaning of strength in your opinion? In your opinions? It's Horizon's competition. Gotcha. I don't know why I thought they were affiliated with each other. I don't know if I have a true meaning of strength. You know, we think of strength as someone who lifts a lot of weights or someone who endures a lot of things. Um, Man, you know, I mentioned this morning the last moments I had with my dad, and strength was watching a man in a weakened condition with only minutes left to live, and he reached out to make sure I was okay. That's strength. That's strength in my book. Simple says, Carl, what's your favorite meat that you ever tried? Falafa? Am I getting that right? Let me check a message real quick, guys. Just a moment. All right, where were we? Freddie says, sorry guys, I'm way behind again, as usual. Hey, the troll guy. Troll guy says he's troll for real. I believe it. Freddie says, scroll my bad, I was in another room, and YouTuber was the French Riviera and kept playing a song, snapping the fingers like I got rhythm called Pam Down. Have not heard of that. All right, I'm gonna see if I can catch up with you guys. Core says, thanks, Yogi. Thank you, Core. Thank you for what you do. Carl says, bacon and cabbage to Squirrel Sniper. Adam says, the Gershon Clinic has far better results than standard cancer treatment and is entire plant medicine based. Most people do better on a plant based diet with that kind of stuff. Percolated Fish says, I would say plant medicine. I mean, dietary vegan type stuff. Gotcha. When you say plant medicine. It says, why did you like my singing, Yogi? I don't like the way I sounded or on a phone. Well, hey, Danny. Let me start with the fact of why you came up. One, let me go back further. One, you had the courage to come up. Two, you came up to make everyone happy. You put yourself out there to sing to make everyone happy as we were closing up. That's a wonderful thing to do. To me, that told me everything I need to know about Richard as a person. Two, you picked an awesome three. Sorry, you picked an awesome song. You picked Bob Marley, and you picked a tribute song, even better. Going on, you have a nice voice. You sound good, and you projected it out. You knew the song. You rocked it, my friend. You rocked it. Carl says, I'm singing now. Carl, I really like your voice. One of my favorite things, and I apologize for missing your last live stream. One of my favorite things about your live stream is you sing to people you know when they come in. And a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Melanie, help me out. You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I do got to take it, and I got water with me. Rich says, true meaning of strength is fury. Goka. Cat says, I love when Carl sings. Me too. Danny says hi to Carl. Guys, make sure you are subscribed to our friend Carl. Remember, it's a new channel, so you might not be subscribed. You can check out Carl's Happy Sunday post. Hey, he only needs one more. He's at 49. Jackie says, Aunt says bald. That's just a rumor, actually. Someone here in the chat started that rumor about me and bald. There's no actual proof that I am. No one here can prove it. I wish that rumor would go away. 8 minutes. Thanks, Super Champ. Jackie says, Yogi, do you practice faith? I do, but not quite the way you might mean it. I have a dialogue. So, hey, Soma. So, I have a complete faith in my yoga practice. I have complete faith in my practice of A Course in Miracles, but I have a personal dialogue with Jesus and the Holy Spirit, as well as Krishna. Occasional Buddha comes butting in, has something to say. So you're an Alice Cooper, huh? Hey, Michael. How are you, my friend? Hey, Michael, are you subscribed to Carl on both of your channels? Remember that it's a new channel. I hate to keep reiterating, but I just need to make sure. I don't want anyone to just assume that they are, because Carl's been an old friend of ours. I agree with you. True meaning strength is love. I agree with you 100%. So when I mentioned my father reaching out at the very end of his life, just to make sure I was okay, that was strength. That was true strength. That was love. That was an awesome thing to say. Keith says, Danny, how beautiful is your day getting ready? Darren says, Minty sang Buffalo Soldier. He did. You guys know what that song is about? Carmetta says, cancer can use sugar and fat to grow, but not protein. A diet of only lean protein can keep cancer in check until you can cut it out. Interesting, Heart Matters. I was not aware of that. Stitch says, what do I miss? We're just chatting, Stitch. Not much. Hey, Stitch, can you believe someone came into here and believed that I was bald? Kuman says, you can't see name on my sublist fish. Michael says, Yogi isn't bald. He actually has a full head of hair under the chin. Oops. Hair is hair, no matter where you find it. Which one is Carl? He's right up above. He's waving right beneath you. Carl Shield? Carl, am I saying your last name right? I think I say it differently every single time. Tina says, wait, you do agree with me? I do. I was just saying what I think it is. Love is something that I cherish when someone shows it to me. I will try my hardest to show it back. It's the one word I never joke around with. I agree with you 1,000%. Sissy says, game over. Here's the important thing, though. Love isn't really something that we bestow or is bestowed upon us. It is the essence of who we actually are. Hey, Rich, welcome back, my friend. Rich has upped his membership. Really, really appreciate it. Stitch says, you're not bald. Your hair is down to your butt. Thank you, Stitch. I appreciate your power of imagination, my friend. Wayne Dyer, wonderful author, wrote a book. You have to believe it before you see it. If you guys could just believe that I have long hair down in my butt, I'll manifest it. We'll make it an actuality. Rumor has it to certain people in this live stream who loved it when I had that ponytail a few years ago. Danny gives away to Heart Matters. Evan says, have you ever watched the original Addams Family? I have. I grew up watching the original Addams Family. Prickly Fish says, so cool you have a kitten. Hey, Sab, I didn't see you come in. I apologize. You got your kitten now, right? Did Sab come in? I don't see Sab. Iota says, sub to you, Carl. Iota, thank you so much. Iota. I want to make sure I emphasize the T. Thank you so much for coming in and doing that. You want to hear something awesome? You, I believe, were his 50th subscriber. It's a big number. Hey, Carl, you're at 51 right now. This time it's going to stick. Someone says, would you ever have new food or old food? New. Ayurvedic principle is you never eat older food. Michael says, got you, bud. Thank you, Michael. Danny says, Sab's workshop. Why don't I see Sab? Hey, Rich, thank you again, my friend. Michael says, good news, Yogi. I may have found a home for that stray puppy. So now I'm less stressed and my animals are happy. I hope it works out, Michael. Michael, do you have the link for the live stream you're going to be on tomorrow? Adam says, Selma, I don't like kimchi, neither do I. That's a very old, it is a very old food. I sort of wish I liked kimchi. It's good for you. Hey, Gypsy Red. Cat says he was here. I'm sorry that I missed him. Thanks, Cat. Rich says, hey, Yogi, how do you get rid of lust? Tell me like a man to man, like a father to a son. You don't. You don't get rid of it. And you don't want to try to get rid of it. What you want to do, if you took it from a tantric yoga, tantric Buddhist perspective, what we do is we transmute the base emotion. It corresponds to the lower chakras, and we take that energy and we cycle it up the nadis. Nadis are energy cycles, as well as the chakra system, so that we bring it up to more subtle and more subtle and more subtle forces, power. The key to transforming anything, Rich, is being aware of it. I don't want to get too esoteric with, all these different yoga practices, which are very beneficial. But it all comes down to one thing, being aware. When you are aware of your lust, you have options. When you are unaware of it, you have zero options because you are trapped in it. You are not the author of the script. The script is writing you, meaning lust is controlling you. You're not controlling it. When you are aware of it, doesn't matter. You're not controlling it. It's not controlling you. You're just aware. Does that make sense, Rich? Gypsy Red says, that's a big number to me. I have 18 subs, and most of them are from here. Always for the love. Thank you always for the love and support. You are welcome, Gypsy Red. We will always give it to you. Gypsy Red, how many do you want? Do you want a live stream? Sue says, can a moderator hide me from this channel, please? I think they did. Sorry I blew your cover. Stitch says, guess what? Let's see. My immediate thought was booger, but that can't be right. Because my friend Stitch would never say booger. And Stitch knows that I never say booger, ever. That word isn't even in my vocabulary. I have never said booger ever. So Stitch, it can't be booger, but I'm not sure what it is. Let me know, Stitch. Adam says, Rich, I think it's in the first week of A Course in Miracles, the body I see doesn't mean anything. Hey, Bob Spud. Boy, Bob Spud came in with a... And Suze. Boy. Sue says, Suze. She is. Well, I'm not going to look at all the hidden stuff. Oh, Bob just wanted to be hidden. Well done. Super Champ is back. Blooming Tiger King says, can people see my message? I can. Sitch says, please no spamming. Thank you, Sitch. Hey, Becca Bill. Becca Boo says, good evening, Yogi and all. Sorry, you guys got caught up in a little bit of spam going on. Thank you, Selma. Thank you, Michael. For someone who wants to be hidden from the chat, they're very persistent, aren't they? Selma's on the job. Sitch says, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't count it, but it's a lot. Let me dive in. Let me begin with booger, and then proceed to booger. And then we're going to move on to booger, and then booger again, and then booger, and then booger, and then booger. And in conclusion, the point that Stitch has made is, and she made it very clearly, no mistaking the message. And I got to admit, I agree with Stitch 100%. Booger. Even my cat. You hear my cat over here agreeing. Gypsy says, I do want to go live. I'm not ready at the moment. Tonight I'm doing my first short reading for the collective. How many subs? If we reach 500, I'd be ecstatic. All right. We're on the job, Gypsy Red. Guys, you heard that. You are at 19 right now. I actually have one other account. Give me a moment, guys. Oh, I'm subscribed with both of them. Okay, so we're not. Carl is at 51. We want to keep helping him, though. We want to keep pushing. Because Carl's a great guy. I love his videos, and I love his live streams. Let's help out our friend Gypsy Red. Our friend Tiger King has asked for subscribers too. I'm not forgetting Tiger King. Hey, Gypsy Red, you are up to 20. Beckaby says, hey, Tiger King. Yes, I hope you are. Someone says, ooh, booger. Well, it's a good thing I'm not going to say booger then, Summer. Michael says he's laughing. Get things Super Champ Squirrel as well. Stitch is on top. Stitch is on top of it. Rich says, get it from somewhere is a hell into getting it more active instead of a experienced person can tell me more. At least I'm not lying about my weakness. Hey, Rich, don't think of it as a weakness. Any base emotion, any base feeling, and by base, I don't mean bad. I mean, it comes from the lower chakras. Any of them, one serves a purpose, but it can be transformed. You can use that lust to create beautiful and meaningful things in life. You know, I can't remember the author's name. Wrote it for Michelangelo, Lust for Life. Also wrote some great books on Vincent van Gogh. Every single artist, their beginning is based in lust. Hey, Fast Buck. Yeah, we got a bunch of spam. So it's okay. The thing is, what do you want to do with the lust? Rich, that's the question. What do you want to do with the lust? Do you want to express it in a positive, meaningful way that brings joy to you and to those around you that other people can look at and appreciate? Or do you want to waste it? Litter it away. That's what it comes down to. It's the same, any emotion that you're experiencing, what do you want to do with it? Why is it here? You get to assign a purpose to anything. Lust, in and of itself, isn't good, it isn't bad, it's just lust. When it is expressed in a negative fashion that might be hurtful to someone and yourself as well, it's harmful. But when you use it, what do you want to use it for, Rich? Evan says, I missed the Philippines, but I was on vacation and didn't have to work. But I missed having the big deal of having that to do. Can understand that. Hey, Evan, you still thinking about driving trucks? What happened? Nope. Soma is not fast buck. So one of the things we talk about here, not making assumptions. That was an assumption, my friend. Adam says, a parting thought. I love the Talking Heads song, Creatures of Love. I love virtually everything the Talking Heads have ever done. Super Champion says, Yogi, are you saying lust or am I hallucinating? I am saying lust. It's a topic to talk about. Lisa says, I try to address every question that's asked of me. As long as, it's a real question. Well, I'll address anything. Go ahead. Ask me a question. Lucy says, so to Selma, Lucy, I'm really looking forward to Wednesday. I was talking about you earlier this evening. Cat's laughing at Super. Someone says hi to Jacob. Hey, Jacob. We got hashtag Jacob Love. Jacob. A good name for Jacob is the Game Changer. I've seen Jacob come into live streams and just bust them wide open. The subs goes up. Jacob goes to work for the people that he supports. Like hugely, Jacob goes to work for him. Oh, I forgot to take my supplements. Supplement. Smith says, sorry, I didn't see his comment. Sorry, someone that you have to deal with people like that. You know what I know about Selma? She doesn't let anyone keep her down. Tina says, you mind checking some of my previous messages? I will try. I'm not very good at it. Hold up. I see you said hi to Jacob. It says, but the moon still looks good. Oh, I'm reading the wrong person. Sorry. I might have missed it all. Hey, Super Champ, I'm gonna wait a bit before maybe have someone come up and say goodnight. But we're gonna wait a bit as I would just fall even more behind in the chat. Hope that's okay with you, my friend. Evan says, I feel like going in the truck driving direction. Could be failure because I've been stuck doing the same thing and I can't move into a different mind frame. You got to take that step. I don't mean that, truck driving, but whenever there's a new direction, step in it. Head in that direction. Don't hesitate. Universe loves speed. Danny says hi to Jacob. Blue Moon says, okay, sub to you, Becca. Hey, Tim. I apologize for missing people. Carl says, who's Jacob? That would be Jacob Colby Sinky, Carl. He is a really good friend. He's a great supporter. Hey, Jacob, are you subscribed to our friend Carl? And are you subscribed to our friend Gypsy Red? Let me see where Gypsy is right now. Dino, I'm doing my best to try to get to your comments. Gypsy's Red's at 22. And our friend Carl is at 51. Lisa says, happy to see you too, Blue Moon Tiger King. Darren says hi to Minty. We definitely have you back, Selma. There are certain people who are unmessable here. Super Champ, I don't know if I'm going to bring anyone up right now. Maybe like right when before I go to bed. Danny says, Yogi, we are missing Skitosis here. I haven't seen Skits today. Well, actually, no, I did see him live this morning. I saw that he went live this morning. I went to his channel and he wasn't on though. Dino, I apologize that I missed your comments. Don't know what you mean, Tiger King. But again, let's keep things to a minimum. Keep any grievance, any hurt feeling that can't be addressed. If you have a hurt feeling and I can help you with it, then let me know, and I will. If I have inadvertently, Carol says, I can't see anyone called Jacob. Every once in a while, you'll see a comment that says hashtag Jacob Love, and that's him. Tim says, Carl. Hey, Tim, are you subscribed to Carl's new channel? Yeah, that wasn't even baseline funny, Sniper. Gypsy says, Beck, I'm still here. Ask away. Tim says, not sure. Yeah, he started Carl, what day did you start this? On Thursday or Friday? Becca Boo says, thank you so much. DC says, hello to Carl. Super Champion says, my apologies, Yogi. I just wanted to save you the trouble of going through the comments to tell you. Dean's question was, are you sure the age limit is 18 and not 16? I believe it's 18 in the US. It might be 16 in the UK, but I got to, since I'm based in the US also, I have to be extremely careful with my channel. This is, so Carl, you see Burpees Beard support? He drops the hashtag Jacob Love. That's Jacob. Tim says, I am now, Carl. Becca says, yes, Tiger King. Thank you very much. Stitch says, I want at least 80 subscribers. I have 75. All right, guys, you know what to do. Are you subscribed to Stitch? Kat says, Yogi's channel is his job. Yes. Thank you, Kat. It is definitely my job. Literally, this is the main source of my income. If I don't earn an income, I got to rely on my looks. You know, that ain't going to help me. Kat says, love you, Yogi. Love you too, Kat. Kat's been a member for 9 months. Kat says membership helps the yogi. They certainly do. Surely. Thank you so much. Sniper, you see who got the memberships? Zerudo, good friend. I like Zerudo quite a bit. Anna Marie, another good friend. Walking Barefoot, a brand new friend. We just met him yesterday. He came in with a wonderful talk from Allie Bird. Highly recommend, guys. I don't know if I've ever recommended going back and watch something that I've done, mainly because it's done. But watching Allie Bird open up and share her journey to where she is now, absolutely amazing. And the fact that she trusted me enough and trusted you guys enough to do it here. Shirley, thank you so much. Gate Smasher. Gate Smasher is a new friend as well. Audra. Who's your hippie Denise? I absolutely love that name, by the way. Richard. I haven't seen Richard for a while. Richard's a good friend. I like Richard. And Bushka. We all love Bushka. How could you not love Bushka? Hey, Sonel. How are you, my friend? Sonel says, thank you, Shirley, for the gift membership. Indeed. Thank you so much. Shirley, I love you. Carl says, I don't get memberships on YouTube. Shirley says, I still love you. Thank you. Someone says, hi, Shirley, mommy. Danny says, hey to Sonel. Carl, I wished if I could purchase a membership that I could give to someone, like just give them, I would love for you to be a member. Blue Moon says, Shirley, you okay? Sonel is says, hey, Danny. Jacob is here with hashtag Jacob Love. Let me get over there to Gypsy Red's channel again. She's at 22 subs. Let me go over to Carl. Make sure that we are holding about 50. I'm going to keep mentioning Carl. Carl is at 52. You guys are awesome. I'm going to be live for about 10 more minutes and probably go to bed. Definitely go to bed. Specifically for women tomorrow, if you can come on up and in the evening, 5:25, and meet my friend Nadine. She is a transpersonal psychiatrist. She has many, many different coaching degrees, and she is all about empowering others, specifically empowering women. But her main issue right now is working with women over 60. However, she wanted to put that in the title, and I said, well, let's see if we can make it a little more all-inclusive for every woman, as well as the men in their lives. Carl says, 3 of my old moderators haven't found me yet. Can you reach out to them, Carl? Kat says, I can't wait. Me neither. I'm really looking forward to it, as well as with Miss Flipper. Stitch says, Kat, do I have to go to school tomorrow? Well, I can't answer for Scat. I can't answer for Kat. However, Stitch, I'm going to say yes. Blue Moon Tiger King says, check out my channel, Yogi. Subscribe to our friend Blue Moon Tiger King. Tiger King, I wish you would tell me sometime, though, why you're looking for the subscribers. What do you want to do with your channel? We got some unicorn vibes. Kat says, you got this, Stitchy. Stitch says, school is boring. That's because you are so bright. Because you're so smart, Stitch. Sniper says, how come, Dino? What's up, Dino? Oh, you didn't actually take caffeine again, did you? How'd that go for you last night, Dean? Someone says, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you, Selma. Danny says, Yogi, is it true that YouTube picks the memberships? Yes. It's all completely random. Sniper says, Danny, yes, it's all picked by YouTube. So, going to keep throwing stuff out there. Tuesday, Sniper has something big for us on Tuesday night with Sniper. Not just talking about dowsing, Sniper's got a presentation that he's going to give. I'm very fortunate to be host to what Sniper has to offer. And I can promise you that if you guys show up and you ask some questions, that you will be very fortunate to listen to him. Sniper is a font of information. Might be the first time I ever used that word in an actual sentence. But it was so fitting for Sniper. Super Champ says, Dean, is your left arm that bad? Are you in pain tonight, Dino? Still at the hospital. All right, so you want to go live. Gotcha. Well, thank you for taking me as an inspiration. I think people think, well, if this old guy can do it, anyone can do it. And you know what? They're absolutely right about that. Someone says, in Colombia, it's nighttime. Not quite nighttime here. I heard somewhere that daylight savings time is going to start the earliest possible time that it can this year. So I guess it's the end of daylight savings time. I never know which is which. Dino says he did sleep last night. I haven't slept in like 2 days, and today's about to be number 3. Sorry, Dino. Stitch says school is boring. I don't want to go to school. I saw up all night watching Cats Live and Yogi's Live. Someone says it's 6:40. Yep, that's almost about what time it is here. Well, hopefully school will start getting more interested for you. Richard says, with Stitch, you have to go to school even if it's boring. It's part of life, and it will help you if you want to go to college or university to study afterwards. Absolutely. Excellent advice, Mint. Danny says, Yogi, can me and Kat fix your book? The next time I have to get water. Carl says we won't be around during the week in the evening. What's going on, Carl? We got some unicorn vibes. As I'm talking again, people who might have shown up. Wednesday afternoon, Lucy's going to be sharing her story. Not pulling cards. That's going to be on Thursday. But she's going to be sharing her story. Kat says, you up late, Carl? Thanks for being here. Absolutely. Oh, Selma, I'm glad Notre Dame won the game. I wonder how the Raiders did. Paramata says, school became interesting to me once I had goals that required learning the things about being taught. I agree. I never did well in school. 2 occasions. I went to community college. When I went to community college, I did well. In my younger years, I had to go to summer school twice. Summer school, I did exceptional because I was concentrating on one thing. For me, school was very overwhelming. Hey, welcome, Barefoot. Thanks to whoever gifted me the membership. It was Shirley. It was our friend Shirley, and she gifted 10 memberships, which is a huge gift. And I want to say you're one of the lucky people. I hope it's worthwhile for you. Kat says, yes, please. I like that very much. This says, I go to Cat 2 and Yogi at 4. I then stay up watching YouTube shorts, specifically cat shorts. Blue Moon says, like, whatever. Excellent point. Raiders lost the game. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know our friend Reaper was really looking forward to a celebration. I told him that I would make another video where I yelled out Raiders as loud as I ever get. Even when I yell, even when I raise my voice, people go, what? Yeah, just the way it happens. Thank you for the update, Selman. Becca Boo says, much love and sweet dreams. Sweet dreams to you, Becca Boo. Lucy says, yes, my story you won't want to miss. You won't want to miss it. A deep dive on me and my life. Kat says, Stitch, go to school. Agree. Blue Moon says, ask Cat. Tiger King, I'm not going to ask Cat. Not going down that road, my friend. Not going down that road. Super Champ says, to love someone as much as that you'd want to spend the rest of your life with them now. That's a true definition of love, in my opinion. It's a good definition to have. Paramedic says, love can be as simple as the desire to be with or help someone without any expectations of compensation. Agreed. Very much resonate with that. Dino says, not to be that guy, but Yogi's it alright if you check my last message. Hey, Dino, you can always be that guy. You can be any guy that you want, my friend. I'm going to do a trick that Cat taught me. Carl says, who's Shirley? Shirley is a wonderful friend of ours. And she is someone who gives unexpected gifts of, we're talking about love, unexpected gifts of love. And then probably goes and does another unexpected gift of love somewhere else. It's a wonderful person. Sniper says Shirley is the angel in the wings. Exactly. I'm looking for it. Dino. Danny says Cat, I can't get into Yogi's gets water so we can fix books. He will take Squirrel Sniper along. We'll take Squirrel Sniper can't be swayed. Dino, I can't quite find your comment. Walking Barefoot says, I'm very grateful for Shirley. Me too, my friend. Me too. Tiger King, I apologize. I'm going to have to time you out for the rest of the night. I'm going to be shutting things down anyway in a few minutes, but I have asked you time and time again not to do this. So, sorry, my friend. When I say that it absolutely hurts me to do that, I mean that it absolutely hurts me to do that. Kat says, Demo, is it what is Yogi's definition of love? Was that your question? Hey, Debster. It's only for 10 minutes. but I'll be asleep. And he's not a problem for me. I don't view him that way in the least, Debster. Not even a little bit. Hey, Swicky. Cat says, I'm sorry for stressing you out, Yogi. Cat, you have never caused me a moment of stress ever. Someone says, oh, never mind. What's up, Selma? Oh, someone says, oh, you got it. So, yes, that was your question. I don't have a definition of love. Any definition of love that I gave would not be love. It would simply be a definition. Carl says, you all know each other? We do, Carl, but we know you too, my friend. Having said that, every single spiritual tradition that I practice and have practiced has been steeped in love. And it's every single expression. So to give a definition that is as fitting as can possibly be, it is the force which animates life. In yoga, we could equate prana and love as the same thing. It is that which takes the immaterial and turns it into material. It is the force of gravity that pulls everything closer. It is that which holds every single particle together to make an atom. Course in Miracles says only love is real. The entirety of A Course in Miracles is a book on love. It's not a book that teaches you how to love. It's a book that teaches you how to remove the barriers that keep you from realizing who you are by nature is love. I have based my entire life for decades upon decades on doing my best to express that every single day. I'm a very poor student. Not going to lie about it. I know I have friends, I know I have dear friends in the chat who would say, nope, you're better than you think you are. I'm a poor student. I am. I will go to bed tonight and, well, I feel bad for some of the actions I've taken today. Had to be taken, and it was taken out of love, but it doesn't make me feel good. Where was I? Sorry, guys. Debsa says, love people. Everyone's capable of love. Everyone's capable of love. I cannot live my life in a shell, afraid to be hurt. I would refuse to. If my heart can't be broken, I'm not using it right. Super Champion says, Yogi, you may be a poor teacher, but you are an exceptional teacher, my good sir. Thank you, Super Champ. Dipsa says, man, I took a road trip to Buffalo, and it was very enlightening. Nice. I like Buffalo. I've only driven through it 2 or 3 times on the way up to Canada, but I like Buffalo. Hector says, I don't know her, guys. This is a new Hector. Selma? Different one, absolutely. What's going on, Hector? Debsa says, you sing very well, Richard. He sure does. Kat says, bye, Carl. Love you, Carl. Thanks for hanging out with us. Much appreciated. Man, I'm really hoping these subs stick and that we keep building on it. Carl, I hope you keep coming back because there's always going to be somebody new here or someone who hasn't subscribed. Carl's at 53 right now. So we'll be able to keep giving you more and more. Let me see where our friend Gypsy Red is. Guys, even though he's not here, if you want to subscribe to Tiger King, please do. Gypsy, we're going to keep working and we're going to get you to your goal of 500 subs. Selma says, I deserve to be timed out. Selma, I will never time you out. It will never happen. Lucy says, oh, that's good, Selma. You have me worried. This Hector is a good person. Yes. Hector's a new friend, but he comes recommended from Lucy. Can't get a high recommendation in my book. Deb says, Selma, no, you don't, girl. You're absolutely right, Deb. Hector says, well, a little traumatized, but I'll manage. How are you, sir? Just a misunderstanding, my friend. Selma says, I'm sorry. It's okay, Selma. But thank you for reaching out with an apology. Danny says, Hector, I think I've seen you on SNL. It's all about freedom. Sampa says, Debs is from New York and sends some love. Hey, Debs, Sniper's going to give a presentation on dowsing Tuesday night. You don't want to miss this. Super Champ's going to sleep. Hey, Dan. How you doing? Dan saying hi to everyone. Someone says hi to Hector. Tino says, that's fine, Super. Guys, got about 2 minutes, and then we're going to wrap things up. Hector says, it's all good. Please continue. I really want to know about more about spirituality. Well, we're getting ready to wrap things up for the night, but we will be talking about it all day tomorrow. Place says $100. Well, I appreciate that. Even if it's just a nice gesture. Hey, Miracle Empress, how are you? Place says, I want to be nice today. You could be nice every day, my friend. Here's the thing. It isn't hard. It isn't hard. It's as natural as waking up. Richard says, sorry, Debster, I seen your comment, and that's awesome. You had a good time in Buffalo. Hector says, I'm good, Selma, and thank you. You guys are awesome. He says, Yogi said something about if your heart gets broken, you didn't use it right. Does that apply to relationships, a romantic relationship? Does it apply to that? It does. It does apply to everything. I love the line from Leonard Cohen. Everything has a crack in it because that's how the light gets in. If your heart gets broken in a romantic relationship, it's because you were giving a very, very, very specific type of love. And of course, miracles would be called a special relationship, meaning it had conditions placed upon it. I will love you as long. For me, I don't equate broken heart with being bad. And trust me, I have had my heart broken. But it has taught me how to truly love, all encompassing, holding nothing back. DC says, my heart has been broken. Now I'm keeping it protected. Thing is, we really can't protect it. We like to think that we can. Abigail's reading my Bible. That's awesome, Abigail. If you can't see the crack, you might have to look at the backside. Excellent point, Heart Matters. The human condition is to blame. And Shakespeare says, to err is human, to love is divine. Someone says, I love reading the Bible. Debster says, Lucy, yes, we all need boundaries, and they are good. They can be. They can also limit us to a very enclosed space. Depends on how you look at it. The thing is always to know why you're doing something. What purpose have you given it? Carmana says, I got to laugh. I consider that a personal accomplishment. It was a good laugh, too. It was a good laugh. You can't. You can't, Dino. If you try to prevent it, it means that you are not taking a risk of love. Thank you, Cyber. Saul becomes the Apostle Paul. Blinded by light. Here's the thing, to be alive, to be in this world, you're gonna get hurt. Don't be afraid of it. Bad things are gonna happen. Don't let that stop you from doing good things. Man, think how much I would have missed if I kept myself enclosed. I know what I would be missing right now. I'm not too far off of heartbreak. And I think had I closed down, what I would be missing right now. And I would not trade what's going on right now for anything. Man, don't be afraid. Or be afraid, and don't be afraid of being afraid. You close your heart off, and guess what you get? Guess what you have? You have a closed heart. Hey, Selma, I don't think I'm going to bring anyone up for tonight. I'm going to go to bed in just a minute. Kat says, me either, with love. Super Champion says, whoops, I don't feel sleepy anymore. I'm getting there. Miracle Empress says, wise words and sentiment. Thank you, Miracle. We get hurt and we think, circle the wagons. Close yourself down. And again, you get what you do. You close yourself down and you become a closed off person. You've limited love, and love by its very nature can't be limited. It's unconditional. Let me just keep reiterating that. Don't be afraid of love. Don't be afraid to get your heart broken. It hurts. So what? Tons of stuff hurts. You ever run a marathon? It sucks. You ever run my friend Randy Cryle? I've done 100-mile races with him. He's going to be up on Friday. Guys, if you want to talk to a very outstanding athlete, he will be here Friday afternoon. Running 100 miles really sucks. A marathon is even worse because you generally race a marathon. 100 miles, you just endure. Our friend Tiger King is back. Just in time to say goodnight, Tiger King. We're going to close things down. Hector says, okay, guess I'll have to dig deeper into your channel. Thank you, Hector. Danny says, Blue Moon, Tiger King, I'm sorry. Miracle Empress says, unconditional love is the only way. It is. Hey, we're going to mod you up, Empress. If you were to find the deepest love that you can ever know and ever express, ever share, ever extend, ever enjoy, don't be afraid to be afraid. Don't be afraid to be hurt. It's okay. Miracle Empress says, thank you, much appreciated. You're welcome, my friend. Very wise words, Richard. If we don't get hurt, how we meant to heal and grow stronger. And love can be hard to find. It can also be a blessing. Sometimes we cry or be happy. But that's what we have to remember. You know what? I'm going to say love isn't really that hard to find. Give it away. Give it away. I know what we're talking about is a special kind of love that can be hard to find. I'm not so sure. If you give it away, it's going to come back to you in all kinds of ways. Accept every way that it comes back to you. Accept every way. Someone says, I love you, Sniper. Dino says, damn, you missed my message. What did I miss, Dino? There we go. Yogi, sorry I asked you this, but is there always a chance to be with someone you once loved? Is there a chance I can be with someone as beautiful as her, even though it hurts? Yes, there's always a chance. Don't limit mystery. Life is a mystery, don't limit it. But here's the thing, if you cling to any one person, then all you get make a fist, put it in a bowl of water, take it out and see how much you can drink. Open your hand, put it in that same water, lift it up, and see how much you can drink. So there's always a chance that someone from the past might step up. Does that mean that you want to pin everything on that? Or do you want to accept the love that's here because it's the love that you're meant to have? Because it's here. That's it, Dino. I have never ever regretted. Well, let me start this over. I have always regretted clinging to anything whose time it was to let go. 100%. Every single time, I've always regretted clinging to anything in life when it was time to let go. I have never, ever regretted letting go of anything, ever. Sometimes the things that I let go of, I found that the person, the thing, the whatever wasn't really gone. Other times, I realized that when I let go, what I actually needed, what I actually wanted, and didn't even know I wanted it until it came into my life on a breeze of grace and unconditional love right there. Had I been closed off, I never would have saw it. Life is a gift and it keeps giving to you every moment, every single moment. But when you close yourself off, you refuse to see the gift. And you refuse to see the gift. I don't mean that you're missing it. I mean that you are literally refusing to see it. This weekend, maybe Blue Moon. You were saying this weekend or this week? Maybe. I have lots of people who I booked up to come. This is why I keep saying, just say, hey, can I come up tonight? And I'll say, if no one's here, tonight would have been a good night. God, dog, unconditional. All humans have conditions that you just don't speak them, but we don't have to relate as solely being human. Going back to Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, are you a human being that has occasional spiritual experiences, or are you a spiritual being, unconditional, having a human experience? Are you limited to a body? Well, then those are your limits. Richard Bach loves to say that argue for your limitations and you have them. So I gave up arguing a long time ago about those limitations. When it comes to love, Blue Moon says, Sniper, can we not just get on? I bet you if Sniper sees a comment, I think that Sniper's going to say, yes, we can. And he will give it an honest try. Dipsa says, not on you two. We're going to shut things down. Miracle Empress says, exactly. All right. I'm late for bed. I promised that I was going to have an early night. My promise is already broken. Big day tomorrow. Pippa says, super. The heart never empties fully. It's like the earth heart ether will replenish after time. I think he unblocked him, mate. Real Empress says, have a great evening, everyone. You too. Thanks for hanging out with us. Lucy says, good night, Yogi Eric. Good night, Lucy. I'm looking forward to this week with you. Art Matter says, night, night. Great stream. Much love. Much love to you, my friend. Thanks for the laugh. Really appreciate it. Richard says, night, everyone. Hope you all have a blessed and wonderful evening. Kat says, good night, Yogi. Good night, Kat. Good night to our new wonderful friend, Iota, as well. Selma says, love you. Love you too, Selma. All right. Take care, guys. Driven says, I hate my life so much now. Driven. Thank you, Arc the Point. Driven. Let's change that. And we can. We can change that. Hey, Dino, I'm sorry I missed some of your comments. I hope I got all the ones. I hope I got the ones that mattered to you the most. And you're welcome, my friend. Erica Point, let me know when you want to share a live with me. I won't press it. I know you're busy. Great job, by the way, today. All right. Love you guys.